All right, you guys have been asking for a full day of eating, which till this point I haven't been able to deliver in full. Half day of eating apparently don't count. So I want to go ahead and show you my refeed day, which happens every Sunday. Here's my goal: 480 carbs, 225 grams protein, 65 grams of fat, for a total of just over 3,400 calories. Let's see exactly how I did. What's going on, everybody? I'm going to try this again. So hopefully this is a full day of eating. This is actually my refeed day, which is every Sunday. Just got back from the gym. I had a bodybuilding type workout today. Hopefully I'll have video of that as well. But for my breakfast, what I have here is I have 2 extra large eggs. I have a half a cup of liquid eggs, just liquid eggs, not liquid egg whites. I have 2 ounces of deli ham that's just torn up. I didn't even feel like cutting it. I just ripped it barehanded, Hulk style. A cup of spinach, also some fresh cut salsa. You guys probably saw all this stuff in my grocery pickup videos. If you didn't, you can go ahead and check that out, as everything you see here pretty much is in that video. I have 4 slices of this Pepperidge Farms swirl bread. I believe this is all the pumpkin flavor. I don't have anything on here in terms of peanut butter or butter, just because I feel like you can actually eat this without it because the flavor is that good, in my opinion. This one got a little burnt. What happened to this little guy? Stayed in the fire a little bit too long. So 4 slices of that. And then I have a serving of Fiber One. This is the honey cluster kind. I like this better than the chocolate kind myself. And a cup of milk. So that's what we have for the first meal of the day. Again, I'll flash the macros on the screen just so you guys can see exactly what they are, and hopefully you see the rest of this video and the rest of my refeed day of eating. Next thing I'm having here is just a quick little meal. I made some of this pulled buffalo chicken I've talked about before in the videos, as well as I have a video on how to make this. Every time I post a picture, everyone asks, can you post a video on how to make this? I have one, check it out. So we have 6 ounces of this chicken. It's just chicken breast with a little bit of buffalo hot sauce, so you don't have any extra fat or anything like that on there. I have a bulky roll, of course, and I have 1 serving of these ranch soy crisps I've shown before. I figured the ranch and the buffalo chicken would probably go pretty well together. Now, this isn't overly a huge meal, and I know I said today's a refeed day, but I think I'm going out to dinner later tonight, so I want to make sure I have enough room in my macros in order to get something really good. But we'll see, and hopefully you'll see the rest of this video later. We'll talk to you soon. Next thing we have here is something I mentioned before. I have about 2 cups of cooked rice and quinoa mixed, about 9 ounces of top sirloin steak, a handful of broccoli, and a little bit of barbecue sauce on here as well. So this will probably be my last meal before potentially going out for dinner tonight. I guess you will find out when I do, all right? All right, so I did in fact end up going out to eat. I went to a place called Fat Belly's here in Rhode Island. It's like an Irish pub type restaurant. Now for this, I wanted to make sure that I was going to get something that fit somewhat within my macro. So what I got was a chicken Swiss panini, which by my surprise came with bacon, which is always a wonderful surprise. I also got a side salad instead of French fries on here, although I didn't really eat that side salad. It didn't really taste too great, as well as I'm not really a big fan of croutons as is. But as far as the sandwich goes, all it really had was a big piece of chicken breast, some Swiss cheese, some bacon, and some mustard. So it wasn't really too bad in my opinion. You see it's on bread as well. For the macros on this, I guesstimated it, and when I guesstimate when I go out and eat, I tend to overestimate, only because I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to fall within my numbers, and oftentimes you can't really tell with what they cook with. The cheese and bacon here definitely add some fat, but for the most part it's just a chicken sandwich, so 26 grams of fat is probably a little bit high, but again, I wanted to be safe. Okay, so let's take a look at the day in total. You know my goal was 480 carbs, 225 grams protein, 65 grams of fat, for a total of just over 3,400 calories. Now, how did I actually do? Well, I fell pretty short of my carb goal of 381. However, I did exceed my protein at 241 and my fat at 81 grams, bringing in my calorie total to 3,217. So a little bit less than 200 calories under my goal. I'm not really too mad about this, however, again, because I ate out, I wasn't necessarily sure if that was the right macronutrient intake, and being a refeed day, I'm not really too mad at myself for not being able to hit that number, but I must say I do love these refeed days and all the carbs. So I hope you guys get some insight out of this. I know a lot of you have asked. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.